There was once a vast region in America where dreams were built with steel and sweat. A place where hard work paid off, where factories ran 24 hours a day, and where a man with a high school diploma could buy a house, raise a family, and live a good life. They called it the Rust Belt, the Industrial Heartland of the United States. From Detroit to Cleveland, from Pittsburgh to Youngstown, from Flint to Buffalo, these cities powered America. They built the cars we drove, the steel we used, the machines that ran the country. They were the engine of the American dream. For decades, these cities were symbols of strength, prosperity, and opportunity. And then one by one, they began to fall. Factories closed, jobs disappeared, people left in droves. Entire neighborhoods turned into ghost towns. Today, many of these once mighty cities stand as haunting reminders of what America used to be. This is the story of the Rust Belt, how it rose to greatness, and how it fell. Over the next several videos, we will visit these cities one by one. We will see what they once were and what they have become. This is not just about economics. This is about people, about families, about the American dream that was promised and then taken away. Welcome to the series, Rust Belt Ghosts, the rise and fall of America's industrial heartland. The Rust Belt is a term that describes a region stretching across the northeastern and midwestern United States. It includes parts of New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, and Wisconsin. At its peak in the mid-20th century, this region was the manufacturing powerhouse of the world. Steel from Pittsburgh, cars from Detroit, rubber from Akron, machinery from Cleveland and Buffalo. Millions of Americans, many of them immigrants, came here looking for a better life. They found good-paying union jobs, built strong communities, and created a genuine middle class that was the envy of the world. For a while it worked incredibly well. But starting in the late 1960s and accelerating through the 1970s, 80s, and 90s, everything began to change. Global competition grew. Factories moved overseas in search of cheaper labor. Technological advances reduced the need for workers, and many cities were simply not ready for the shock. One by one, the great industrial cities started to decline. While every city has its own story, several major forces hit the Rust Belt hard. The rise of foreign competition, especially from Japan and later China. Automation and technological change that replaced thousands of jobs. The oil crises of the 1970s that hurt the American auto industry. Globalization and trade policies that made it cheaper to produce overseas. White flight and suburbanization that drained cities of tax revenue and population. The result was devastating. Millions of good-paying manufacturing jobs disappeared. Entire communities lost their economic foundation. Poverty, crime, and despair followed in many places. Some cities managed to reinvent themselves. Others are still struggling decades later. Over the coming weeks and months, we will visit these cities one by one. We will walk through their streets, both past and present. We will see what they once were and what remains today. We'll start with Detroit, the most famous story of them all. Then we'll move to Cleveland, Youngstown, Flint, Pittsburgh, Gary, and others. This series is not about blame. It's about understanding, about remembering, and about asking an important question. What can America learn from the rise and fall of the Rust Belt?
If you want to follow this journey with me, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Drop a comment below. Which Rust Belt city story do you want to see next?
Thank you for watching. Let's remember the America we came from and think about the America we want to build. God bless America.